Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land up today. So, Soul Land Reloaded. Now, let's take a look and see what we got here. As you can see, the Tree of Eternity is back. So, as we had surmised, we should have enough to get her now. They are offering 50 shards. 50, one shard, at 40, so that's about 2,000. They're also offering another 50 shards if you. So this is might be a good one if you're short and any of the others, Chin or Tank Sand. So you might want to go for those as well. I'm going to go ahead and snatch them up because I'm going to start looking at activating their divine skills. And then here's some XP, so that's pretty good too. So see, this is why I like to keep a lot of diamonds on tap, is because when they do offer these events, when they come back, they really offer a lot of good stuff. So there's quite a few things to look at, as well as some. Sometimes they offer shards, or not shards, but tickets to get the actual SS weapon, but I don't see that. I have enough to get her weapon, so it's not a big deal. I purchased it in the last event. Yeah, so that looks good. So let's go ahead and take it. So if you did participated, as I mentioned inside of the first event, the Tree of Eternity, which was, I think it was just a week ago, so they pretty good space between this one right here. You should have got the 100 shards that you needed. That was purchase some shards, and there was, I think it was just do 100 a day, I think is what this one was. And you would get the, you purchased that 30, got 70 from doing the 100 over the 3-day. And you should have got 100 shards total. And then, as always, they snatch up the rest of them. So let's go ahead and get the others. So we got 56 exchange. This is going to be max. This is going to be 2,000 shards. Diamonds, I should say. 50 shards at 2,000 diamonds. And then this right here, I'm going to go ahead and exchange on this. So this is going to be another 2,000 diamonds. This right here is actually a pretty good, not this, this right here is a pretty good purchase as well too. It's going to be expensive, but that's a lot of EXP that can be used for one of the characters, any one of the So that's pretty much everything. I don't really, there's really not any A+ characters that are useful. I mean, the game gives you the SS characters quickly enough and easy enough that really focusing on A+ is just, I don't really see the need for it. And this right here is a chance to get a bunch of shards. This is for the top of the line characters for BB Dog and Ah Yin, S version. So I probably end up doing these, but that's a lot. But that's going to keep me above where I need to be. So I'll go ahead and purchase those as well too. See, that's why I like keeping a bunch of diamonds on hand, is because they always do this stuff. What I give you, the secondary events are very, very useful in obtaining the shards for what you're looking for, but also they also throw little stuff in there too, as they did just right here, throwing in a chance to get a bunch of shards for Chen and Tank Sand. If you have not gotten them already, this is the chance to snatch them up. I would definitely say go for them. I consider them to be Tank Sand is, I consider to be the best in the game right now. That I think Ah Yin might turn out to be better, even though, but she's a healer, so it's catered up. But then Chen does a ton of damage too, so him and Tank Sand are right up there at the top. So we got enough to get Ah Yin here. So let's go ahead and summon her. So this is going to activate the she's got a nice little swing there. This is going to activate the fusion skill for Deo, for Chen. This is one of the things one of the reasons that I wanted to get her as a secondary, because that's fusion skills are very important. Also going to do some Destiny, of course. Actually, I thought there would be more Destiny involved. So we've got her now. Okay, so she's going to be. It's going to take a little while to get her up, but she will be replacing Dai as the 4th member of the main team. So she'll be the healer. Now, she does have some support as well too. She's got a pretty good skill set. She's pretty high up too, in terms of just what she does. I've got enough to set her up. I've got the soul bow complete. that I'm going to be using. Well, I'm one short actually of the Soul Bones set, an S Soul Bones set. Extended Soul Bones are going to be the new SS Soul Bones that they've come out with. Extended Soul Bones. So let's take a look. They still have not announced who they're going to have for her fusion yet, so it's going to be a new character. Um, I guess the next SS character probably. I haven't heard who it's going to be yet. I'm thinking they're obviously going to have a Wu. I mean, of course, she's like one of the main protagonists in the actual anime, at least game. I mean, she's like gracing our front screen here with the assistant. So, she's a very important character, pivotal character inside of the anime. So they're gonna have to have an SS ranked character for her. Uh, I'm not really sure how her association Destiny. I guess because she's going to be Tang San's wife. I guess maybe that would be the impetus for putting her as the Destiny. It can also be Tang San's father, which would have been her husband. As you know, his mother Ah Yin, she was a soul beast, just like Wu. So I think that might be what they're going to give the thing up there. So that's what I'm thinking they're going to do with that. So we do have her now, so it's just a matter of bringing her up. I've got enough to do a lot of the stuff that I'm going to need to do to begin with. Hidden weapons. This is going to be her hidden weapon right here, the sealed milk bottle. This is designed specifically for a healer. Okay, it increases the wearer's healing power by 10%. I mean, this was pretty much designed for her. Okay, and it allows the overflow heal. So if you heal someone who's only needs a little bit of healing, it'll store that healing that you didn't have to use, and it'll be stored in the milk bottle. Okay, and it uses up to 60% of it, and every 18 seconds it releases a milk bottle near a teammate that has the lowest hit points, and it heals not just that ally, but allies within a 6.5 radius. Okay, with 50% of the stored amount, and deal damage. It also does damage. So this milk bottle's dropped down at a radius of 6.5. It heals. Okay, 50% of the stored amount, and then it deals damage to 50%. So 50% of that milk bottle goes for healing. The other 50% goes to deal damage, and it's to each enemy. So I'm not sure if that means I'm not sure if that means each enemy within the radius of 6.5, or just each enemy alive at the point in time, like it's an exploding milk bottle or something. I'm not sure, but as you can see, you do. And the support is, of course, increases the dual def of main soul mass just by 9.9. Okay, so this is a really, really, really good weapon. I was looking at it when I was looking for. I knew that I was going to be having a healer in my team eventually. Okay, it just that's just the way it goes. You always need a healer in any type of gacha game. You're going to eventually need some type of healing, whether it be off healing or direct healing. So when I heard that they were going to be coming out with an SS Ah Yin, I knew it was going to be her. So I immediately started focusing on something that I could use for her. So this is going to be the sealed milk bottle is going to be for her. Okay. I haven't decided what I'm going to fit in it. Probably going to pull the Yama that I got on BB Dong, put it in here because it has an association with healing as well. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing for that. I have saved up enough to actually get her weapon. I've got enough exchange points to get her weapon right here. Okay, so we're going to be doing that as well. So there's a bunch of stuff that we're going to have to be doing, and I'll do a video when I do all that. But still got a bunch of stuff I got to go over. I really don't have much to bring her up at this point. I could probably bring her up a couple. Let's see what I can bring her up, because I just took Tien up to Moon. Okay, so that took a lot of the shards. Okay, so yeah, wrong eye yet. They look so much alike that you just got to remember that she looks much more interesting. So we do have enough to bring her up, but I've literally got I've got over 1,000 shards, S shards and chests that I will be pulling, and I'll be using those to actually focus on bringing her up as well. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do. At this point, we can probably do a lot in terms of enhancement. So taking her up to max, which is 140. I'm at 71. It doesn't tell you how much gold, but that's going to be quite a bit of gold. 54. Okay. So we've got the set fully done. So breaking through, we'll probably be able to do a little bit of breaking through. So to get it to blue, I got a bunch of these I got to go ahead and do in terms of that. This will get her up to blue, so this will bring up the first skill. Breakthroughs, as you can see here, we're gonna have to level her up. So let's go ahead and level her up, and then we'll start doing on that. I've been saving some of these because I knew I was going to need them eventually. They have good weekly sets for this, so you should definitely take part in. You can get like 30 of these a day, 30 of this version right here. And then I just store them because leveling up the characters, once you get up to like 70, which is where I'm at 72, leveling up is just, you know, it happens few and far between, which is good because it takes a lot of potions to heal people up. But it's nice to have, you know, nice to have that ability when the time comes. So I just store them up. Okay, so let's see if I can do one-click enhancement. See, got one item I got to get here, which is this right here. So basically, this is what you're just going to have to do. You can sweep 10, and once it gets it once, it'll stop, and it'll proceed you to the synthesis. I'll attack that later. So, and then you break it through to take her up to blue 1. This will start bringing out her, you know, mat. So, but we'll do that a little bit later. Let's focus on. I do have enough to awaken. I've been saving for that. So we're awakening her spirit. This is, what's this got? 5 seconds into the battle, oh yeah, we'll gain A from the Tree of Eternity. A little mistranslation there. So Ah Yin will gain from the Tree of Eternity, increasing her damage by 20%. So a damage increase, that's nice. And reduce all damage taken by 20%. That's useful too, right there. This is one of the things that I really didn't see much in the way of survivability on herself. So this will be good, but she's not going to be melee range, so it's not like she's going to be immediate attack. That's what TN's for. Ah Yin will recover 12% of her maximum hit points during this duration. Cooldown is 16. So that's a really good set. That's going to give her some survivability. So she got a vine coming out of her, which is nice. Ergo, the Tree of Eternity. I could do it again, but which I'll be doing that a little bit later. And don't forget to activate the talent whenever you do it. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like the sets. That's you know, that's some of the things that we just have to work on. Also, they got a time limited event up with the weekly gift bag. They got a bunch of good stuff up here. They've got a hidden weapon up, and they've got some spirit advertising. You can purchase this twice, so that's going to be 120. So that right there is going to be, you will enable you to actually do her spirit avatar immediately after you get her. They've also got this, which is for hidden weapons. If any of the hidden weapons, like I say, I'm going to use the milk bottle for her. I think that's a really excellent choice. Based on all the others, there's really not one that really goes too well with her in terms of that. We're going to be putting the actual, the eternal, what was it? The last event that with the SS weapon. That weapon is going to be designed for T, and it was perfectly designed for him. It's a defense when it has defense and whatnot to it, so that's going to be excellent for him. So that's what we'll be using on him. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get Ah Yin's weapon. So these are the points. Ah Yin, Blue Silver Empress Ah Yin. Purchase the weapon. Go back to her. So we go to Awakening. So as you can see, we got one. You can awaken. You can awaken it twice after you purchase the weapon once. Um, Getting a new light core. So this awaken. We'll be able to awaken it again because of the fact that we need that. So then I'm going to awaken. Run a little bit low on blue silver, but there is some blue silver inside of the actual store. Inside of the actual monthly check-in. And others that check-in shops and things like that. I think it's a check-in shop for this one. Yeah, there's blue silver core. You get up to 10. I can purchase them right now. So, but yeah, I'll be doing that a little bit later. That's only 2,400, so I'll still have 18,000. But yeah, you can get the blue silver there. You can also, of course, get the blue silver inside of this right here. As you can see, I've got 89 there. So opening up this, you're guaranteed to get a blue silver on a 10 pull. So always make sure that when you do this pull, you do 10, as I've said before. Never ever just pull one, except for the free one that you get daily. You can go ahead and pull that because that doesn't carry over to the next day. You only get one each day, so you definitely want to do the free one. Okay, but yeah, but always make sure that you do 10 pull for this. Okay, that guarantees you the sunken silver. All right. So that's pretty much it in terms of new stuff out. So we should be seeing the shards for the SS weapon that they had out there. So I'm going to be waiting for that. I have to start working on the SS weapon, the sealed milk bottle for her. So I'll do some of that stuff and get that set up. But as you can see, we've already made a pretty good dent in what we need to in terms of her. But it's just going to take a while to level her up. I've got an S weapon set right. I think I've got that on Chin right now. Yeah, this right here is the set that I'm building for her. Okay. I wait for got to get the last piece. It's going to be a combination set of attack and defense. Okay. The red piece is right here for the Devil Whale. You can't get these. Okay, this is an attack set, straight attack set. The only way to get this is via chests. They don't sell it in the Soulbone shop. They only sell the S version, which is the defense set right here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put half of that on her just for give her a little bit more defense. She's a healer. She's not really survivability. As long as she's still alive, she can heal, so you don't want to make sure she doesn't die. So I'm going to be moving this onto her. I've just got to get this last piece, okay, and then I'll have it set. But they don't sell this version inside of the Soulbone shop. You can only get it occasionally at chests. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, it's an S set, so I'm not exactly sure why they value that set above any of the other ones. So they only sell the orange and the yellow inside of here. They don't sell that red set, which is an attack set. This is a pretty good set too. I think I think the other attack set that they've got is a little bit higher than this Azure Bull one. I consider these to be pretty good. Okay, these are buildable. As you can see, I only need 3 more shards to complete the set. And I think I can actually do that right now, actually. I can, actually. Okay, so now I've got 60. So now I can go to the, not the hidden weapon. I can go to the bag, and go to Soulbone. And go to the shards, and I can now fuse this. And that will complete the set. I just got to level it up, which I can. But I'll do that offline. I'll show you what I got her set up when we're done. So now I can put that on Chin. So this I'm just holding it there temporarily until I can get it set up. I try to keep things out on the front screen so that I can see what I'm trying to do, because there's a lot of stuff that makes it difficult. So this is the set that's going to be on her. And it's a pretty good set. Okay, as you can see, it's going to give quite a bit of buff. It will be once I get have enough to create the other 2 pieces of this. I'll probably go straight defense for her. Okay. What I might do is I might move this defense set to Tien, and then put the secondary defense that I have on him back onto her. I'll have to switch things around and see which way's better. There's multiple ways you can set this up and still have it function. You just want to use whatever works out best in terms of that. So that's what we got. So yeah, there's not any other events up today that you want to look at. Like this online event that they have. This is going to be going on for another 30 days. This is a chance to get a bunch of the actual pontiff. Okay, so these are pulls, the good pulls. I mean, I don't get S characters in there hardly at all. It's very, very low rate, but you always get shards when you do it. So those shards can be used. So I consider every pull to be an upgrade for my SS characters because you're going to get S shards. So, yeah, that's the way I look at it. And so I do pull on that. Right now I've got some stored up. So I've got 76 stored up. So that's enough to get me close to this right here. This is right here is 120 shards for one of my SS characters. So that's the way I look at it. I don't focus anything. I don't look at anything from an S perspective. I look at everything from an SS perspective because that's what the main team is, and because of how they do the setup in this game, that works out a very effective way to look at it. Focusing on the S characters is good in the beginning of the game, but once you get them to a point, you just have to start moving over to the SS characters. You can't focus on both solely and exclusively. They don't give you quite enough mats to do that. I mean, if you're willing to spend some money on some of the other stuff, you can. But since we're doing this from a free-to-play perspective, it's not really something that you can do at this point. So in terms of BP, I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm up to actually it's 71 now, so that's moving up. Once I get her leveled up, we should be close to 80. So main team will be Tang San, Chen, Tien, and of course Ah Yin. Office support will probably have BB, and then of course Ren, Chen, and Ah Yin will be in the first set and support. Probably be using BB Dong's support skill, and then secondary will be coming off on the support 2 will be Dai, and most likely I'll be sticking Dugu in there. We'll be using Dai's support skill. Okay, so the two biggest support skills, BB and that they put out the most damage for me. Chen is actually does the most damage from an S perspective, but I have BB up so much that you can use her best. She does a little bit more damage than Chen does because she's much higher. She's Moon 5. So that'll be the secondary group, and then of course everything else will be just set up from that. Two teams, of course. Teams will now have two healers. I'll have SS Ah Yin and the SS Ah Yin. So one healer for each team, which is what I was looking for. Because a lot of this content, when you start getting up there, in the shops and stuff, you have to have two teams. Okay, and you can challenge it two teams and stuff. So for the Soto shop and stuff like that, you need two teams, and that's where some of the really good materials are at. Avatar essence and things like that. So you need to actually do those if you want to really level up your team. So that's why I need it. So now that I've got two healers, I'm happy. I don't need to focus on Ringworld because she was I was sort of using her as my second healer. So yeah, let's activate her. And that's going to take up the handbook, which gives me a team attack, hit point, P-Def, Me-Def. That's good. Anything that you can do outside of that. So yeah, we've only got 3 SS characters that we don't have. We've got Ma, which I'm not going to go for. Oscar, not going to go for. I will probably end up going for Zeus simply because of the fact that she is she's a beast. I mean, she goes straight through the back line. So if I'm going up against a team that has her, she would bypass Tien and go straight to Tang Xian and Chen and Ah Yin. So that's why you might want to consider focusing on her. Teams with her in there, they're pretty powerful. And I've got more than enough shards to complete her. But she will be the next project after we get Ah Yin up and in set. And I don't think I'm going to be able to support any more after that at the moment, unless something really, really good comes out, because I'll just be pretty much maxed out from what I can do. All right, so yeah, get in there, Tree of Eternity, finish that up. I would purchase most, definitely these, definitely the 4 items right here are worth purchasing because they're all useful, useful for Ah Yin and useful for, you know, if you don't use any of these shards, you can always use them for the divine skill, which takes a lot of shards actually. Yeah, I don't see the reason to purchase this, but if you're a new player, this might be something. But that's an awful lot of diamonds to spend for an A+ character. A+ characters really can't be used much in terms from early game. There are a couple that are pretty good, but yeah, for the most part, at the rate that you can easily get the SS characters, it would just seem more prudent to focus on them. All right, so that's all I got. Just wanted to let everybody know that it was up, as we thought it would be. Now we just got to wait for that weapon to come back, and then I'll have all the pieces for the team, and then I'll start working on them, building them up. I'll give you an update in a day or two, let you know how things are going. But yeah, so Ah Yin is up, Tree of Eternity. Get in there and knock it out. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it, and you get notified each time I do drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as that does help the channel immensely. Wishing everyone, again, a happy new year. This is Kenrir, coming at you from the corner, signing out.